My name is Aela Badiana. This is my belly dancing name. My legal name is Michaela Lee. So I first fell in love with belly dancing in 2001. It was right after 9/11 happened, and we were living in Germany still at the time. And we were at an opening of a park. We were actually presenting Native American dancing. We were dancing, and we saw that another group was getting ready to go on and perform, and it was a belly dancing group. And I thought, wow, how tasteless, you know. It was, I stood there and I watched them, and it was really, really breathtaking. I saw a friend of my mom's in the group, and you know, afterwards I went over to tell them how impressed I was with the whole performance, and I was like, I didn't know you belly danced. And she's like, oh, I've been belly dancing for years, and you should come and check it out. And I was like, you know, I've always wanted to try it. Never found anybody to go with me and try it out. And this was probably the first time in my life ever I decided, no one's coming with me, I'm just gonna do this for myself. And I went there, said I was gonna do it for exercise only. I would never perform, I would never put on a costume or get up in front of anybody. And then what about 8 months later, I danced my first professional show. And the thing I love about belly dancing, and I got like this really, really deep connection with it, was the troupe in Germany. They were called Orient and Occident. There were 50 women in the troupe. The youngest one was 16, the oldest one was 62, I think. And they all supported each other. It was the first group of women I ever was in where everyone got along with each other. And you know, it's just an awesome support system. And I fell in love with the music. Arabic music is not necessarily an easy thing to get used to it, but once I understood Arabic music, I really, really have gotten a deep appreciation for it. So it's the movement, it's the music, it's the camaraderie between the women, and of course it's the outfits. I mean, who doesn't like sparkle? So yeah, in Germany, at my work. I'm actually an optician, and he bought a pair of glasses from me.
Nice.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Wanted to look older.
Yeah.
We're 19.
Yeah.
I wanted to look older, and so I could attract the older hot chicks.
I'm older than him, so.
There you go. You guess it worked then.
Yes, it did. Yeah, 21 years later, we're still together. So.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, you know, a clear definition of belly dancing is in the eye of the beholder, technically. I mean, there is not really, I guess, if you look it up in a dictionary, it would be a woman showing her belly and she's wiggling. Maybe that's what it is. But I think every belly dancer has their own kind of spin on it and how they see it, because there's so many different styles of belly dancing. There is your cabaret belly dancing, your classical Egyptian, Americanized classical Egyptian, which we refer to American cabaret belly dancing. Then there is Lebanese dancing. I mean, all of the different countries have their little twist on things. Then there is tribal fusion. There is American tribal style belly dancing, improvisational tribal style belly dancing. So it's really hard just to say belly dancing is one thing, because there are so many categories. Actually, belly dance is like a big filing cabinet. You have all of these sections, and together they make up belly dancing, but there's a lot of undercategories, I guess you want to call it. And the cool thing here in Virginia is we have a little bit of everything. We've got the ladies that do the very traditional belly dancing. We've got the fusion dancers. Myself and my troupe, Wicked Hips, we do improvisational style tribal belly dancing. We do fusion. We do a little more of the theatrics. We just came up with a doll piece that includes belly dancing, but you know, it's a little bit more about the costumes and storytelling. And we also do Bollywood, which comes from the Indian Bollywood movies. So, and you know, we're not the only ones here in Virginia that we don't want to be put in a box. If we hear a piece of music that we like and we think we can dance to it, then we're doing it. Improvisational belly dancing is a really, really cool style of belly dancing because you don't use choreography. You have hand signals, like a swirl of the hand might signal the whole troupe that we're going to do a specific move and we're going to turn around with it. So we can communicate. We have a leader in the front, and the leader is not always the same person. We switch places, so it's a democracy. It's not, just one person gets to be the leader. And then we take turns leading the whole troupe. So it's really, you have to be in tune with each other a lot. You have to know each other's cues. There is a style called ATS, American Tribal Style, that was founded by Fat Chance. They have their own cues, but Wicked Hips has come up, or I've come up with our own cues. And so only our tribe, we call ourselves a tribe, we understand the cues and we know what to do according to hand signals or gestures or a tilting of the head or just looking in a different direction might tell the whole tribe, to flip and dance to the other side or to change the basic moves. I came from Germany and I was involved in belly dancing over there a lot, and I missed having my 50-woman troupe around me. And so I thought, well, I can't bring them with me, so I'm just going to have to find a new group. And I started teaching here and there and made connections and met other belly dance enthusiasts. And this is where Wicked Hips was first founded. And we mainly did tribal style belly dancing back then. And then we moved back to Germany for a while. Wicked Hips continued in the States. And while I was in Germany, of course, I founded a Wicked Hips Germany, and they're still going too. There's about 10 members in Germany now. They're in the Stuttgart area. And they do festivals and things like that. And when I came back here, some of the old troupe members had moved away, or someone's always kind of coming and going. This is a very big military community here. And we decided we did no longer want to just do tribal and tribal fusion. So we became kind of like this, we want to do it all. And so we found ourselves a little studio. And we practice, we have rehearsal at least once a week. Everybody kind of practices on their own. Some of the members have moved to Virginia Beach and Norfolk, and they still drive up here once a week for rehearsals, which is a big commitment on their part, because it can take up to 2 hours to get to Gloucester. And we travel all over the place. Our next big performance will be in North Carolina at the Down East Belly Dance and Drum Festival. We've been to New Jersey and countless places. We've been to Atlanta last year. And I guess our biggest success story, if you want to call it that, is in January we competed in the East Coast Belly Dance Classics and we won Grand Champion. And of course we're very proud of that. Well, HipFit kind of just emerged out of, no, I'm sorry, can I start this over? Yeah. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, we practiced in this space before. There was a Zumba instructor here, and she was looking to sublease space, and we desperately needed another place to practice because the old place we were in closed down. And she graciously took us in, and then after about a year, I realized that I wanted to do just a little bit more than just our rehearsals, and I started offering yoga, dynamic power yoga workout. And I do a little bit of like nutritionist counseling and personal training on the side because I'm certified in all of those areas too. And and so it's just kind of like emerged into this like, well, today I'm going to be a yoga instructor and tonight I'll be a belly dance instructor. And it's really interesting because the belly dancers really love to take yoga, and because it makes it very easy to apply what you learn in yoga to belly dancing. And then of course Miss Edna is still teaching her Zumba classes 3 times a week, and there might be another yoga instructor coming in too. Hot yoga apparently is the latest thing, and since I don't like being hot, I said you can do that. And You know, we're trying to really create a safe place for women to come. We have one guy coming to class for circuit training, and that's my husband. And they all know him, so it's okay. But, and it's not that we want to discriminate against guys. It's just, you know, sometimes women come from work and they don't want to be like bothered with anything or anybody, and especially not because apparently gyms are still a little bit of a pickup place. You know, you just want to create a safe environment for the women to come without being judged, because there is still a lot of misconception about belly dancing. We're not strippers, we do not take our clothes off, and let's face it, we wear a whole lot more clothes than cheerleaders, and we're legal. We're not under 18. I'm sorry, I had to say that. But you know, so that's kind of like the whole point. Women need to have a place where they can leave the kids at home, come here for an hour, leave their problems outside the door, come on in, sweat, smell bad if they choose to. We really don't judge. You know, you don't have to be thin. You don't have to be young. You don't have to be old either. You don't have to be a specific have a specific cultural background. You know, we've got a lady from France, I'm from Germany. We have one of our girls in Wicked Hips is Hispanic and part Lebanese. And we have a black lady in the class. There's just room for everybody, and that's what's so important to us. And by coming here and practicing our dancing and, you know, having that community amongst ourselves also allows us to go and dance at fundraisers and things like that. We've done a lot of fundraisers for the Humane Society unfortunately in Hampton and Newport News. I would like to do it here in Gloucester too, hint hint. But you know, just anything like a Relay for Life or breast cancer awareness. We've had a big fundraiser last year. We called it Bust a Move for breast cancer awareness, and decorated bras and things like that, and had a little belly dancing show, and anything that we can do to better people's life and to allow these women that have a 9-to-5 job and have kids and they just want that little bit of glamour in their life and do something a little bit out of the ordinary. And I think that really is what I'm trying to accomplish, and I'm hoping I'm doing it. I always get big laughs when we go to venues and dance. We have our gun cases with us. But it actually does include weapons. We tend to dance with props, with veils and sills. One of my favorite one is, this here is a scimitar, a Moorish scimitar. And we do all kinds of funny things with it, including dancing with it on our heads. So that's something we do. And I also brought some costuming here for you guys. And this is where, remember, the sparkles come in? This particular dress was made in Egypt. And it's heavily decorated with beads. And I mean, it's just wonderful to put it on and just feel special. And this here's my prized possession. It's a Bella. All the belly dancers on TV probably are going, oh my gosh. So I'm very proud of it. Bella is a company in Istanbul, in Turkey, and they make very, very exquisite things. And I'm all tangled up now, so I might just not show you all of it. There we go. That's a little better. But you know, it's heavily embellished, and all of this is hand stitched, and Swarovski crystals and glitter and things like that, and stuff like that is really, really, really expensive. So Wicked Hips is really, really proud. We make a lot of our costuming ourselves. And this is, for example, we talked a little bit about ITS dancing. This is a belt that I embellished with some Turkmenish jewelry that I picked up on some of my travels into Turkey. And lots of cussing while making it, because each bead is stitched individually. So yeah, we take pride in our costumes. And this here is the latest creation. And again, it's all hand beaded. And kind of saves a little bit on the pocketbook. Unfortunately, you know, washing laundry and cleaning the house sometimes takes a little bit of a toll, but I think it's worth it.
She cuts the black paper into strips and then glues it into place all
I'm not using any audio.
Yeah. She's also the owner and producer of
That's a good shot.